So Activision now.
This is a crazy one too.
Pulled off potentially the scummiest play we've ever seen. One of the biggest bonuses a CEO has ever been paid. And it only cost firing, wasn't it like 10 people?
200 people.
Okay. 190 people got fired. And then they're like, oh, by the way, Mr. CEO, here is...
You're doing such a good job.
$150 million.
$155 million.
So let's make this straight. They still, Activision just gave Bobby Kovic or whatever, who's in the thumbnail, that guy, the CEO of Activision, $155 million payday. Basically, it was like a bonus or something. Like they gave, and it was like a target. They're trying to like reach this, and they did. So not too long ago, in order to reach this insane $155 million payday for the CEO, we covered on this podcast that they fired about 200 employees, and part of their like severance package is they got a $200 gift card to Battle.net. It's like, bye, you're fired. By the way, buy some Overwatch skins, dude. Like, oh my gosh. And it's like, they did that, so they got a bunch of bad press there for like firing a bunch of their like devs and then giving them Battle.net gift cards. And then now it's like, well, that's why they fired them, is because Bobby Kovac needs a 17th gold-studded pool in his backyard.
Let's fire 200 people. Grand total. We're gonna net about $40,000 that we're gonna give them, not as a severance package, but for all those 200 people, about $40,000 that they can spend here. And then we'll give $155 million to the CEO. That seems fair, right?
And it's
those figures, 40,000 in-house to 200 people who did the legwork.
And it's like Randy Pitchford. Randy stole all the bonuses from everyone at Gearbox, and he only got like 10 to 15 million. Like he took all that money, all their bonuses. They're all working their ass off to get Borderlands out, and he's like, oh, by the way, we're not paying those bonuses. He still gets paid, but this guy's getting 150 million. He's getting 10 times that amount. And here's the thing, is if you're the guy at Epic Games and you're like, what if we made Fortnite a BR? Pay that guy. Like
that guy can get 150 million. Like that guy gets 150 million.
The guy that codes that, it's like, okay, that guy gets 150 million. Or like the guy who makes the Raven skin that gets $1 billion in a month. It's like, do you know what? Here's 20 million. Like, you changed our life.
You're a gamer, right?
But what does Bobby do? What is Bobby doing? He's like,
exactly.
Let's make I don't know, guys, got any ideas? Someone says something. Let's make Diablo on the phone. Let's make Diablo on the phone. And then he's getting paid.
Everyone's got phones, right?
Right?
But that's the problem. If people don't want to hear this, but it is kind of true. The reason a lot of CEOs make an insane amount of money is because there's only one guy running Activision. It's Bobby Kovac, right? And if you're at home upset, you probably couldn't do as good of a job running Activision, right? There's a very limited number of people that have the expertise to run an entire company. We're talking like hundreds of people on the planet that could do this job. And that's why they get paid so much. But it doesn't make any sense in terms of the fact that clearly Activision's not doing so well. If they had to fire 200 people, this is not a company that's seeing a lot of growth. Call of Duty Cold War has not been received that well. Like, the sales are doing fine. Well, actually, the sales are nowhere near Modern Warfare's sales. Like, I think Modern Warfare did in the first 6 days or weeks, something like that, like in a very short amount of time, what Cold War did in this first 6 months in terms of total volume of sales. So and there's problems with Blizzard. They have a lot of people leaving Blizzard that we've covered that story before.
Creating potentially rival
games, right? Their IPs aren't, definitely they've gone down a lot in player numbers and stuff. We haven't seen a ton of new games really from Blizzard recently. So it's like this would make at least be justifiable if Activision was popping off, but they're not. Like, they did not pop off this year.
Think of how much money though, like $155 million is.
That
Like,
could fund an entire game.
you could hire like 1,500 employees and pay them $100,000 a year. You know, like the amount of people that you could get working for you and making the product better or making another game. Like, it's like, oh, you want Overwatch 2? Here's an entire unit of 500 people working on it. We've got another unit over here doing all the other stuff. And it's like, don't you think reinvesting $155 million into the company, not into his wallet, would be better? Give him $40 million.
Yeah.
He's still a multi-millionaire that will never need to wipe his own, you know, like he's so rich.
Yeah. The problem is that sometimes you get these ultra greedy CEOs, which appears to be the case here, and obviously they pay out the board of directors. Like, this guy's making $155 million. I guarantee the people on the board are getting a nice $5 million bonus as well. And they get that. It's contingent on if this guy gets $150 million, right? So what will happen is basically they see that there's like a sinking ship and they try to cash out and then they step down as CEO. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bobby Kovac step down over the next couple of years because, again, we have a mass exodus in Blizzard. People are not happy at Blizzard. Modern Warfare was a great success. The next Call of Duty, not so much. And this upcoming Call of Duty has apparently a lot of development issues as well, like a ton. Remember, for Cold War, that was like kind of a disaster. Like, Treyarch was not supposed to make that game because remember, Treyarch made Black Ops 4, they were supposed to have like another year. There's like going to be another developer making Cold War, and they had to bring in Treyarch to like emergency fix the game last minute. And then this next game apparently has some huge issues as well. So much so that there was rumors that they're just not even going to release a Call of Duty and remaster Modern Warfare 2, which I still hope happens. But like,
it's like, that's not a bad deal.
Like, this is like, again, this is like really bizarre because Activision is not popping off at all. And so when you fire all these people, and it just makes the company look in trouble right now. It makes it look like the CEO is going to take the money and run at any point here.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, they do have Overwatch 2, but like that game needs to pop off because they've been developing that, and
their lead guy is gone.
Yeah, Kaplan's gone. And like they've got some Warcraft stuff. But like, I mean, I don't know.